Welcome back to another Legacy Cube Draft League. I'm Kano, and haven't been having too much luck after the first one. I don't just want to draft aggro, I'd like to draft something sweet. So let's see what we got here. Arcane Artisan's good if we want to play some sort of huge creature deck. Phyrexian Arena, good card advantage. Falconwrath Aristocrat, just a flying burn spell. Same with Rekindling Phoenix. Upheaval is fun. I kind of want to take Upheaval and maybe do like a blue-green Upheaval deck. just because, like, play a bunch of dorks, Upheaval, replay all your dorks. Is a legitimate way to win. Sad Robots here if we want to pick that doesn't commit us to a color. Fauna Shaman's good, but only if you're already in the deck. Could take Bayou as well. I want to take Upheaval. Alright. Alright, so we have a Dork, we have Emrakul, we have Ugin, we have Hydroid Krasis, and Force. And if I could take those as my next 5 picks, then I would be so happy. Okay, let's see. So we could take Emrakul and then try and just do degenerate Emrakul shenanigans. We could do the same exact thing with Ugin, and Ugin can actually be cast on occasion. Or we could take like Awakening Zone or the Elves. I think I'm going to take Emrakul and then just try and pick everything I can to do with that deck. Another Emrakul! Another Emrakul already? Okay. So let's think. We have Emrakul the Promised End. There's Tireless Tracker. Beanstalk Giant is ramp as well as technically a big dork. We could take Urza and try and do something artifacty. Although if we 5-mana shuffle our library and Upheaval, that'd be hilarious. I don't know if there's enough low drop artifacts in this cube to do that. I haven't seen many. Tracker's really good. Beanstalk Giant seems like what we want to be doing. We can't just take all big things with no payoffs, so I think we're going to take this Giant. Okay, no ramp. So I might have gotten greedy and tried to force something I definitely can't. So let's see what we're dealing with on pick 3 here. I kind of want to take Brainstorm. Fallen Shinobi also seems like the kind of card that would just win you the game. I don't know if anyone's ever actually hit with this in like a limited format, but it's nuts. I'm going to take the Shinobi because I'm not totally sure what I'm playing right now. We could take Plow Under and just do that. So if we wanted to, it looks like black is kind of open, at least coming around the table the first 4 picks. We could do blue-black and like take Bitter Blossom because that synergizes with Fallen Shinobi really, really well. We could also take Plow Under or Acidic Slime if we wanted to keep going on the green route. Mana War is also pretty decent with Fallen Shinobi. I think I'm going to take Bitter Blossom. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, blue and black are definitely what's open here, so we're probably not doing the green plan and probably not playing Emrakul, which is sad. So Ancestral Vision's really good. Champion of Wits is pretty decent. Collective Brutality is pretty sweet. I think Ancestral Vision is the thing with the highest power. So I'm going to take that. Okay, Show and Tell. We can definitely Show and Tell Emrakul and do things like that. I'm down for that. But if we're doing that, we need to pick up like a sneak attack or a way to tutor up Show and Tell, of which I'm not sure there are many ways. We could also take like Talrand and be like kind of a spell spam deck. I don't know. I like Show and Tell. I'm gonna take Show and Tell. Okay, Johnny Vengeant. So Gravecrawler is the only thing. Gravecrawler and Spellseeker are the only things in our colors. We're probably not doing zombies. I don't think we want that creature, so I'm going to take Spellseeker. Okay, Arcane Artisan is really good. Arcane Artisan helps with the show and tell plan, because we can make a token that's an Emrakul. That seems pretty sweet. Gifts Ungiven, also fairly decent. We could take Dark Ritual. We are in black. That might help us do something really awesome. Gifts Ungiven right now is just a... There was a Dread Return. I don't know if Dread Return would come around. If I think Dread Return comes around, I might want to take Gifts. Because we do have Bitter Blossom. Yeah, I'm going to take Gifts. We'll see. Okay, Tassiger is not a bad card. Cryptbreaker is one of those cards that can win the game by itself. Okay, Hero's Downfall is good, but I kind of want fixing, so I'm going to take Dark Slick Shores. I've not seen a lot of fixing in the drafts that I've done, which means most of the people I know either pick it or there's not that much. Most of the people I run into, I mean. Not that I know. I guess we throw Approach in the side. We're never casting it, we're never using it. So we have a little show and tell package here that we might be doing. We'll see. Alright, so pack 2. There is a sneak attack. But we only have Emrakul, and that would cause us to go into a new color and either cut one of our... Or we probably have to cut black then, and we have really good black cards. Pact of Negation is pretty good. Like, just turn 5 and above, having a 1-card Force of Will that causes you to just skip your untap step is pretty good. And Control Magic is also pretty good. I think I'm going to take Pact of Negation. Jitte is also awesome, and we do have Bitter Blossom and creatures to stack it on. This is hard. There's only one Jitte. There, I think, is like another Control Magic. There might be Treachery, and there is Force and Daze. I think I'm going to take Jitte, actually, after careful consideration. Okay, this, I think blue-black is open. So we can take Confidant, and that's a lot of life loss if we're running like 5 drops and above. Creeping Tar Pit is good fixing on it, and an evasive body. And Riftwing Cloudskate is just a good tempo card, and this deck almost feels more like a tempo deck. So maybe we take Cloudskate. We could, actually, Copter is good too. I didn't even see Copter. So Copter would help us cycle through our deck. Like, I like Bob, but I actually think Copter might be... No. I'm going to take the fixing. All of these cards are good. I'm going to take the fixing. One of the others will wheel. Like, having better mana is going to be really important. So we can take an O-Stone, a Doomblade, a Skellington. This is just a low-drop creature that can wield Jitte. We could take Stoneforge just to have a tutor for Jitte, but we'd have to splash white for that. I think I would rather have a Doomblade. This is like a reasonable removal spell. Okay, so Baneslayer. Okay, we have Jace. Jace is really good. Read the Bones is also good. How many instants and sorceries do we have that Jace can buy back? Realistically, just the Doomblade right now, but the looting is really good. On the other hand, we could take Read the Bones or Repeal. I think I'm going to take Jace. I think it's more important. Okay. So there's a tropical island. If there's a universe where we can see ourselves playing green. There's Mind Shatter, which is a fairly decent way to end the game, but we have no way to like power up a Mind Shatter, and we didn't take Dark Ritual. Chupacabra is just like a value creature, like a really good value creature, and potentially like buying it back with Shinobi, because no one's gonna want to block a 2/2 if there's other creatures attacking that are like more important to kill. I think I'm gonna take Chupacabra. Okay. We have Grizzlebrand, Thirst for Knowledge, and Pestermite. There's also Fractured Identity. I might actually splash for a card this powerful. Just exile your opponent's best threat, or mind control it and they can't get it back if you want to think about it. Like, even if they answer it, they don't get it back. I would splash white for a card like this. On the other hand, like, Pestermind is just a flash beater in this deck. And we don't have to go into another color. Thirst for Knowledge, potentially we could flash back with Jace, and it's just so many cards. I'm going to take Pestermite. Okay, Badlands, if we want to splash red, which we currently don't have a reason to. We could take Splinter Twin and have a reason to be red, but then we would need to take like all the red fixing we see until the end of time. And realistically, I don't see that being a viable way to win. I mean, like, it is. We could just cut black and do blue-red, but I hate Splinter Twin, and I really don't want to play it. So I'm going to take Snapcaster Mage. Okay. So now we have Off-Color Fetch, Gatekeeper of Malakir, and Exhume. So Exhume with Crypt Breaker seems really good. Plus we can get it off of Spellseeker and potentially like set up some kind of gifts pile with it. Gatekeeper of Malakir is really heavy black. I don't know if we can do triple black. I'm going to take Gatekeeper, and I don't know if I'm playing it or not. Profane Command. What does this card even do? Target player loses life, reanimate a creature with CMC X. Target creature gets -X/-X. Or 2 creatures gain fear. X creatures, I mean. If we're doing something really attrition-y, this is potentially really good. Drana, on the other hand, with something like Bitter Blossom is really good. I think I'm going to take Drana. Confidant? Nobody wants Confidant? That can't be right. There's no way Bob making it around the table like that is correct. If you would have asked me when I was looking at this pack earlier which card was going to wheel, I would have guessed either of the other two, not this one. I'm going to take it. Also going to take Gutter Bones. We might lower the curve a lot. Okay, so do we want to take Read the Bones or do we want to take Shambling Vent? Potential or just a card advantage spell? I think I'm going to take Read the Bones. Living Death in the side, don't think we're playing it. Day of Judgment in the side, don't think we're playing it. Animate Dead. Maybe we're supposed to be some kind of reanimator deck. I don't know how to read cube lines. Okay, Consecrated Sphinx, awesome. Phyrexian Obliterator, awesome. Misty Rainforest, really good. Reanimate, pretty insane. And an Impulse. Oh, Reanimate's not pretty insane in this deck, but... So we take... If we're playing 6-drops, like, we can't be playing Bob. I don't think. We're not quite heavy enough black to play Obliterator. Though that would be really sweet if we just, like, splash blue and just played, like, mono black good stuff. Okay, Consecrated Sphinx is just insane, so I think I'm taking that. We do have ways to reanimate it, so maybe if we can pitch it from our hand with, like, Jace, it'll be really good. Okay, Entomb. And an Underground Sea? No fair. Okay, we have Living Death and Animate Dead, because I was an idiot and didn't take the Exhume. There's also Miscalc. Okay. So we don't have a lot of ways to reanimate. We have literally Animate Dead, and that's pretty much it. Which means Entomb is probably not the card we want in this deck. If it somehow comes around and we pick up one other way, like a Necromancy or something, then maybe. Underground Sea is just the best, and if we get any other fetches that fetch black or blue, it makes our mana base way better. So I think that's the pick. Otherwise, like, Miscalc or Hypnotic Spectre or some derpy other thing would be good. Okay. So let's see, in this pack we have Bloodghast, which is probably not a card we're playing. Hangerback, which is kind of reasonable. Wretched Confluence, which I don't think is a card we want to be playing. Sower of Temptation might be reasonable. Just mind control on a body that can be murdered. I think it takes Sower. Okay, let's see, Demon Lord Bells and Lock. It was just a fat flyer that potentially draws us a card or two, maybe more. Terramander is a potentially evasive beater. We don't have that many instants and sorceries, so the adapt cost is going to be kind of big. It's not thrilling. Deep Analysis is a lot of card advantage. Plus, if we like pitch it from Jace or something and draw a bunch of cards, it could be good. Also, Duress. This is Duress. I think we take Deep Analysis. Yeah, I think we take Deep Analysis. Okay, let's see. Ooh, there's a Necromancy. Okay, Liliana's Triumph is just Diabolic Edict, but better. Malicious Affliction. Morbid. When you cast the spell, if a creature die this turn, you may copy and choose a new target. Oh, so Doomblade, but maybe double? Maybe double Doomblade? So Necromancy can reanimate Emrakul, technically. Yeah, we're gonna take Necromancy. Okay, Pack Rat can win games by itself. Mana Confluence is just mana fixing that's really good. Maze of Ith is a spell, not a land. Into the Royal. It's like a decent bounce spell. I'm gonna take Pack Rat. Pack Rat's just... Oh, well, it's Pack Rat. Temporal Mastery seems fun but trolly. Mass Manipulation. If we're trying to grind the game out, Mass Manipulation will just win. Ophiomancer, repeatable Death Touch blocker, helps the game go really long. And Scrubland, it's kind of late to pick up any white cards. Like, we're not playing Day of Judgment, and probably not playing Approach either. I don't know how we would hit quadruple blue, even with fixing. So I think we just take Temporal Mastery. You know, I say I don't want to take a white fixing land, and here's a Sorin. I guess we take Necrotal. It's just a value dude in our colors. Okay, Reanimate and Obliterator. And an Impulse. So, like, other than Consecrated Sphinx, we don't really have any good reanimation targets. Like, there are some that are kind of cool or trolly if we can get more than once. So we can be a Reanimator deck with no Reanimator targets. Or we can be... I'm going to take Obliterator. I don't think I'm ever casting Obliterator, but I want to take it. I guess I'll take Hypnotic Spectre. We could take War and Peace. Yeah, we're going to take Hypnotic Spectre. It's not great, but it's something. I guess we'll do Wretched Confluence. Probably Duress for the sideboard. Liliana's Triumph's technically removal. Into the Royal. And Scrubland. Why does nobody pick fixing? It was a last pick OG dual land. That mystifies me. Okay. Let's see. So we don't have a ton of blue, and we do have a lot of heavy black cards. So maybe we splash blue and do a like we splash blue for like show and tell or something. I don't know. Hang on. Okay, so Snapcaster can hit Triumph, Doomblade, Read the Bones, Gifts, Wretched Confluence. That's not a lot. It is a flash beater, but we have no counter spells, so we probably don't actually want Snapcaster. Jace is a little different. The constant looting is going to help us get through our deck. We can pitch cards we can't cast or aren't relevant right away. We do have some cards that synergize with being in the grave. So like Gutter Bones, though I don't actually know if we're playing Gutter Bones. Spellseeker gets Triumph, Doomblade, or Ancestral Visions. And if we're casting Spellseeker on 3 to get Ancestral Visions on 4, it's probably not good. So I think we'll cut Spellseeker. Gifts is just a value spell, and 2 of the targets are going to end up in the grave anyway. So if we're running Animate Dead, we have Necromancy, Animate Dead. I don't know that we want to be doing that, though, is the problem. Let me think more about it. Okay, we're not running Temporal Mastery. We're curving out at, like, realistically 4, because Tassiger is like a 3-drop, and Sphinx is... Well, I mean, if we get to 6, we're casting it, but... I don't think we want Gutter Bones. Crypto Breaker is good. It's a creature that can run away by itself. We probably don't want Bob. We don't really have a way to gain life back, like at all. And we don't have a guaranteed way to kill off Bob. We have a lot of 4+ drops. So I think we actually cut Confidant, which feels horrible because I love that card and that card's amazing. We don't have Liliana Planeswalker, and Liliana's Triumph is probably not good enough as a removal spell by itself. All right, let's see what we're doing here. So we'll add these lands. Like, we could still run Show and Tell and Artisan, and then like run Emrakul, but we have 2 ways to cast a 15 mana spell and no others. I don't know. This is going to be a weird deck. I apologize in advance. I think we only want 6 blue sources and 10 black sources. So we have 3 lands that make Obliterator a 5-drop. All right. Let's do this. Welcome to round 1 of Legacy Cube. We cannot keep a no-lander. We will mulligan. Okay, this is way better. This is infinitely better. Oh, man. But I think we're going to put back Ravenous Chupacabra. Maybe Sower. I think we put back Sower. Like, Shinobi synergizes with Chupacabra better than Sower. Opponent plays a Giver of Runes. That makes our life a little annoying, but not unbearable. Play an island, pass the turn. So I think we're going to play Hypnotic Spectre first. Start attacking our opponent's hand. Opponent plays a Copter. Because then our opponent has to consider leaving it back to block. Also, zombie ninjas are cool. Opponent in the tank about the Spectre. We pass the turn. Let's see what they're up to. Opponent plays a Godless Shrine. Anguished Unmaking the Spectre. Alright then. We're going to animate the Copter, go looting. In this case, I think while they're tapped down, we're going to Chupacabra their Giver of Runes. Okay, we untap, we draw Pestermite, play Underground Sea, kill Giver while it's tapped, pass the turn. Okay, so now if they like use... Oh, never mind. That's annoying. So opponent loots, finds an Inspector. So we play a Swamp. I honestly think we're going to Pestermite to just tap down the Copter after they crew it. Because they're probably going to do that this turn. We're going to do it before it becomes a creature so they can't Mom to protect it. We are not blocking that. Alright, well, I think we're going to have to rely on our little Shinobi friend to steal some really good cards from our opponent. We really, really need like a double good hit off of this card. And what could they be contemplating? Like Slaughter Pact? Not anymore. Okay. Okay. That's a card they do have to swing at, I guess. Play Jace. We'll give him indestructible, I guess. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Phyrexian Revoker on Jace, doesn't want us looting. Okay, animates the Copter. Gives the Seraph Vigilance. And they can attack for lethal. Or they can try and deal with Gideon. Attacks us, attacks us, attacks us. Well, alright then. Loots away a Midnight Reaper. So, Jace is going to take one for the team and keep us alive. Opponent plays a Student of Warfare. So we have a Wretched Confluence. What can we do about this? We don't have enough mana to Pestermite and Wretched Confluence. So I think what we do is we give this guy lifelink. Attack, attack. Oh, opponent let us gain life. Okay. Not what I had expected. Alright, in this case, we can either play 2 blockers, or we can snipe 3 things. We could snipe 2 things and get the Shinobi back, in which case it's better to play our 2 blockers. I don't think it kills us to play them. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll play Drana. Okay, opponent leveling up. Yeah, we'll try tapping there. They gotta tap Mother of Runes to protect it from blue. Sure. We might be to the point where Wretched Confluence is a reasonable burn spell. Okay, opponent gets to loot. They discard a Plains. We'll block there. Oh, they're attacking Gideon? Okay. We'll block there. I guess I shouldn't block. For some reason I was thinking they were attacking me. Gideon was dead anyway. Now they have no flying blockers. And they've used up the rest of their mana. Sweet. So we go to combat. We attack with both our creatures. Opponent goes to 1. And then we Wretched Confluence them to burn them out. Jankiest burn spell ever for the win. We got there. Nice. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, so I kind of think we want Living Death. Maybe not. Probably not a thing we actually want. Maybe we just run it back. It's possible we do want like Liliana's Triumph, but they have a bunch of creatures that like die into more creatures. Yeah, let's just do that again. Well, not that again, but do something better. Alright, well, this is a very attrition-y hand, so let's do it. Opponent plays Mother of Runes. We play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Figure of Destiny. Pumps it. Sure. Mother of Runes making our Doomblade look pretty bad. Let's play an Underground Sea. Play Jace. Pass the turn. Hopefully we get to loot at least a little bit here. Next turn, I think we kick Gatekeeper of Malakir. We're playing a very weird deck. I think I should have committed to something much sooner than what I did. Okay. Opponent's going to attack. We're not going to block. Because if they pump, that's actually really good for us. Hollowed Spirit Keeper. Well, we got a Jitte. So we'll kick Gatekeeper of Malakir. Opponent has to sacrifice Hollowed Spirit Keeper, I think. Yeah, they get a flyer out of it. The problem is with Mom out, we're not going to deal any damage for Jitte. Because if we could, this game would just be over. Could take Hollowed Spirit Keeper. If we kill something of our opponents that's fairly decent, we could steal it. Midnight Reaper. That seems good. Oh, I forgot to loot with Jace. I'm so bad at this game. Well, I guess we loot now. Okay, Ancestral Visions might make us have decisions. So we drop a swamp. Suspend Visions. Attack with Gatekeeper. Kill Mom. We lose Gatekeeper in the process, though. We're going to take a lot of damage. I think that was the only way we were going to kill Mom ever. Good old Mother of Runes. Okay. Opponent powers up the figure. We take 8, which is a lot. Does Pack Rat do anything? I don't know if Pack Rat does anything. Play a Pack Rat. Pass the turn. Oh wow, our opponent could have just made that Figure of Destiny unbeatable. Alright, opponent fires up the flyer. Okay, opponent's gonna loot. Dropping a Marsh Flats. So we discard Necromancy, make a rat. Okay, we block with the token and Jace. We loot. We discard the land, flip Jace. Trade off for Midnight Reaper. Our opponent gets to draw a card. Okay, opponent's powering up their Student of Warfare. Anguished on making, okay. So we can play Jitte, equip, and just die on the backswing. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Mother of Runes is a really good card. Yeah, let's just run it back. Probably, nah. I was gonna say like maybe we bring in the Triumph, but I'm still not convinced an Edict is good in this deck. All right, well if we draw a 4th land, we have Pestermite into Shinobi, which is really amazing. That's like one of the best lines I think our deck can produce, which says a lot about how I draft and the cards I draft, I guess. Because I don't think that's actually a really good thing to be doing, but I like it. It's fun. Student of Warfare. We could play Gatekeeper, but I think we wait because they're just going to pump their guy. And if they don't pump their guy, we're only taking 1. Okay. So we take 1. We draw Necromancy. So I think we Pestermite and then pray for a land. Let's see what our opponent does. These two cards encourage them to dump mana pre-combat, which makes Pestermite really good. Charming Prince. Flicker mode on Charming Prince seems pretty good. Alright, they're going to scry. So we're going to tap down Student of Warfare and see if they're willing to trade Anafenza. Which seems kind of like an engine card, so I don't think they will. Soar's a really good card, and I wish I could cast it. Our opponent's creatures are going to get very big, so I'm going to start getting in for damage. I think we have to play Gatekeeper without Kicker here, which feels really bad. Because like, if we could kick it, it'd be great. On the other hand, we do have Shinobi and a Sower of Temptation. So if they do make like a really big double striking, tons of +1/+1 counters, Student of Warfare, we can just take it. Yeah, we gotta play this as a blocker. We probably should have just played it on turn 2. Glorious Anthem. Alright, that's a lot of damage really fast. And block and take 6. Okay, there's a swamp. So we can either Sower of Temptation, take their 5/5, or we can try and get a couple of good hits off of Shinobi. Let's see, they have 4 level ups. They currently are at 2. They play a land, they could just kill us if Shinobi hits nothing. I think that means we have to Sower. Parallax Wave. Oh, it didn't matter. At least that stays tapped. Oh man, it does not matter what we play right now, because I just take it out of existence. Yeah. Yeah, that's game. Well, that was unfortunate. This is not a very good hand. We're gonna mulligan. Alright, this is actually pretty good. We will keep, throw back Obliterator, and start round 2 of this league. I'm gonna play a Tundra. We start Island, suspend Ancestral Visions. I'm gonna play a Tropical Island. Ancestral taken down. I think we're just going to run Pack Rat out there. Miscalc, okay. Well, we can still animate dead Pack Rat. I don't know if that's a thing we should be doing. I don't know if this is good, but I'm doing it. Opponent fetches. Finds a plains. Plays Sun Petal, and lots of non-basics here. Engineered Explosives on 2. Well then. Do we play a no-value Chupacabra? I think the answer is no. So we're going to cast Jitte. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell for Ancestral Visions. But it plays a land. Passes. Ancestral coming off suspend. We draw 3. Okay, let's play an island. Play Jace. Play Crypt Breaker. Suit up Crypt Breaker. Pass the turn. Sphinx's Rev for 2 for our opponent. Opponent plays an island. Day of Judgment. That makes me really sad. Okay, Pestermite is like somewhat reasonable. So play Dark Slick, pass the turn. His opponent just like mono answers banned control. Tap down the Tundra, just one of the blue lands. Suit up Pestermite. Go to combat. Get in. Petty Theft Jitte, Flash Brazen Borrower, and block? What is happening? Our opponent just has all the answers this game. And, I mean, our deck's not very good. There's that, too. Alright. Replay Jitte. Play an island, pass the turn. Jeez. Whatever they play, I hope it gets Ravenous Chupacabra. I mean, it does, but not profitably. They play Big Krasis. We draw... Ooh, Consecrated Sphinx. That might actually be better than just killing their Krasis. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe get some cards out of this deal. Put a Jitte on it, because why not? Have you seen that flying hell of flesh and metal? Well, it's wielding a Jitte. No! Stop. What you're doing right now. Don't do it. Oh, did they think they could Snapcaster Petty Theft? Because they can't. They can Snapcaster Sphinx's Rev. Okay, miscalculation. Literally a miscalculation. Yes, we will use this ability. Journey to Nowhere. Okay, well, we do not have an answer for that. That sucks. A lot. And they plus the fairy. Get in for 4. We draw a Necromancy. Is there anything that would be really good to reanimate? So play Tar Pit. Chupacabra. Krasis. I think we just play Drana. Opponent is really fighting tooth and nail. They just got everything. Bounces Drana. Approach of the Second Sun. That's bad. Okay. We have 9 mana. So we Necromancy. I'm gonna reanimate a Pestermite. Force of Will? Exiling Days. Well then. In that case, I think we are going to animate Tar Pit. Alright, you creeping pile of tar. Here's a ninja sword. Go and kill that man with mastery over time. Pass turn. Alright, suit up the Chupacabra with the same ninja sword. Go attacking. Put some charge counters on it. Play a Hypnotic Spectre. And a Drana. We're going to have to end this game very quickly. Which is going to be hard with how high our opponent's life total is. Mass Manipulation? Just gain control of our stuff? Oh, man. Okay. Feels really bad. So let's read the bones. That to the bottom, that to the bottom. Fire up Tar Pit. Go attacking. Put some counters on it. Pass the turn. That second sun is approaching, and this is a problem. I don't know what we could get that could help, but I'm gonna look anyway. Seriously? Okay. Opponent's deck is nuts. Like crazy good. That's so bad. That Drana just saved them so much damage. We probably should have let them block with it. Opponent's got nothing. That would have been great to sower our own person back. I don't remember how many turns ago it was that they had approach. But the deadline is coming up pretty soon. I don't think they've drawn any cards. Like 4 turns ago. Deal 9, take him to 8. I guess we save Sower because we technically have lethal on board. Really? We were 1 turn away? Oh, okay. Maybe they were just pump faking then. Martial Coup. I don't think that saves them. Oh, no, it does by 1 point. And if we had played Sower, they would have died. This is absolutely ridiculous. So if I think the next card in their deck is Approach. Oh, that's so sad. And if we had just let them block with Drana. I'm gonna play Sower just as potentially another evasive Jitte wielder. Or just another evasive damage source. Oh, did we get there? That had to have been like 6 cards. we were so close to dead. Oh my gosh. Okay, Duress coming in. We might want Into the Royal. I think we want to lower the curve. Just play like a bunch of good value stuff. Cut this janky reanimation nonsense. Probably drop like Wretched Confluence, and because it doesn't really interact with what they're doing, and we don't want to draw a spell that does nothing else. Yeah, let's try it like this. We do have to be careful not to overextend into a Wrath. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan this. Alright, Bitter Blossom is a decent way to win the game, and hopefully quickly. And I think we're gonna put back Consecrated Sphinx, because we're just never gonna get there. Actually, we probably should have kept Consecrated Sphinx. This game's probably gonna go long. Sorry, I hate it when I'm like under a time pressure, because I find that it bleeds over pretty frequently into the next thing that I do. And so like, on a turn-by-turn basis, I just made a poor decision because I was under stress the last game. And so I think I need to, like, between games, take like a short walk or do something. What are the odds he has negate? I think we still have to do it. Perfect. Go, Bitter Blossom. Make my opponent dead. Okay, opponent plays a Tropical Island. And an Oko. We get a token. We could bounce Oko and make him recast it. Then have a fairy that can attack. If they elk it, it's more damage. Otherwise, they just make another food token. It's not fantastic, but I kind of like just buying time at the moment. Opponent recasts Oko. Makes an elk food. We do not block. Get another fairy. Draw Hypnotic Spectre. So play a swamp. I think we cast Hypnotic Spectre here. Hit Oko for 1. Opponent gets in for 3, we'll take it. Opponent makes a food. And they play a Monastery Mentor. Okay. Okay, Drana is really good because we're going super wide here. Kind of sucks we don't have double blue for Sower. Okay. So I think we hit our opponent. Do we hit Oko a bunch or do we hit our opponent? Hitting our opponent makes them discard a card at random, and it's all gas because they only have 3 lands. Plus, we do have to kill them eventually, but hitting Oko... Yeah, I think we have to hit Oko, actually. That really sucks. Okay, Oko goes to 2. We play Drana. Pass the turn. So Drana is really good because it can grow our entire team. Our opponent might have a Wrath, but we have a Pack Rat as our backup plan. To make another Elk. I think we are going to chump one of these. Here we go to 6. Play a swamp. Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Attack Oko. Okay, killed Oko. Play a Pack Rat. And we can pitch Deep Analysis. But we might die to this Bitter Blossom. Which would feel real bad. Opponent has Remove Soul. Okay, that's pretty bad. It's very possible we're dead. So we have to block here and here. No option. Any spell kills us. Yep, okay. Alright, let's do that one more time with a little less suck. I would love to play first. This hand is not playable though. Okay, we got 2 lands and a Bitter Blossom. Let's do it. I think I'm going to put back Sower. Start swamp, pass the turn. When it plays an island, we draw. Underground Sea. Play Dark Slick Shores. Play Bitter Blossom. Sweet, it resolved. So curving Bitter Blossom into Drana seems really sweet. That is, provided they stick. Opponent really hard in the tank all of a sudden for no reason. Plays an island. We untap, get a fairy, draw an island. Pass to second main. Play an island and read the bones. They have negate and remove soul. Okay, and miscalc. So that's fine. I think I would have rather gotten that countered than Drana. Opponent on the mono blue plan currently. Okay, Pestermite's reasonable. Let's get in for one. I think we just try and Pestermite them at the end of their turn. Just to increase the clock as much as we can. Venser. Returning Pestermite. We draw a Gatekeeper of Malakir, which is actually pretty decent here. Eat our opponent's Venser, unless they force this. This is still the same 3-color opponent, right? Like, I didn't miss anything. The one that was casting Approach from the Second Sun and Teferi and all that. They must be horribly color screwed. Okay, get in for 2. Pass the turn. Opponent puts an Engineered Explosives on 0. Okay, we draw a Swamp. It's pretty good. Go to combat, get in for a bunch. I think we're going to play a Tassiger. Okay, opponent bounces it to her hand. Maybe they switched into a mono blue deck. That would be kind of impressive to me. So get in for 2. Phyrexia. Obliterate! I don't know. Play a Phyrexian Obliterator. Hardcast Force of Will. That's actually kind of reasonable. Okay, opponent finally finds mana that isn't blue. Cracks Windswept Heath to find a Tundra. Forsakes the Worldly on Bitter Blossom. That's kind of bad for us. We draw an Into the Royal. Okay. Let's go to combat. Attack for 3. Opponent flashes in a Brazen Borrower. Are they going to trade it for a 1/1? That is the question. They're thinking hard about it too, which means they're probably in a pretty tight spot. Blocks. Yep. Cool, opponent takes 2. Pass the turn at their upkeep. Pestermite swoops in to ruin the day, and we're going to tap down Tundra. We draw a Deep Analysis. Attack for 4. And produce lethal. Okay, opponent. We have an Into the Royal. That's it. Martial Coup X5. What is the... So we can Into the Royal and pick up one of our cards. Which one would be the best is the question. I think we pick up Drana. Opponent blows up the board. We draw a Swamp. Play Drana. Play Tassiger. Man, activating Tassiger to get back an Obliterator would feel amazing. Opponent plays a land. Still no green. Passes turn, we draw an island. Play an island. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Okay, Drana puts a 1/1 counter on everything. Pass the turn. Sphinx's Rev for 1 billion. That's super annoying. Going to back up to 6 cards in hand. Or 7 now, I mean. Plays a Plains. Control Magic on Tassiger. I'll activate Tassiger. They give us Snapcaster. Snapcaster with no targets. Sure. Opponent attacks for 4, that's fine. No blocks. Flash in, snappy. Untap, we draw. Swamp. Play a swamp, go to combat. Attack for 6 if they connect. Okay, deep analysis. Forbid with buyback. Okay. Well, if we flash it back, we straight up die, so let's try not to do that. Opponent probably has an answer to Drana of some kind. Yep, that would be it. That's annoying. I wish we had a creeping tar pit way earlier. Opponent attacks for 7, sure. Oh, and we took out Wretched Confluence. We can't even burn spell him. Draw some cards. See if we find anything. Does that do it? If they have nothing, we win. So we Chupacabra. Kill a soldier. Doomblade. Kill a soldier. Did we just... It's never that easy. Well, that's how the dream dies. To Tiago himself. Yep. Alright, well, we gave it a good effort. And there she goes. Alright, round 3, Legacy Draft. Let's go. Opponent's on Swamp. So are we. Okay. Jitte into Pestermite into Shinobi. That seems like a pretty decent start. Okay. Jitte. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. They have basic Landtron. Buried Alive. Well, if they're Reanimator, Fallen Shinobi has the chance to hit like really big good things. I mean, unless they're putting all of their good things into the grave this turn. So I think we're going to Pestermite their Swamp on their upkeep. Grizzlebrand, Carnage Tyrant, Kalitas. Play an island. Sower of Temptation's also good versus what our opponent's doing. On their upkeep, go ahead and Pestermite a Swamp. If they don't have another black source, they probably can't reanimate anything. Opponent plays an island and a Champion of Wits. Gonna go looting. Okay, I have a feeling Shinobi is going to be amazing versus our opponent. We discard Lingering Souls and Rotting Regisar. We draw. Drana, Liberator of Malakir. So play an island. Go to combat. Go attacking. Opponent can't block. So we'll just Shinobi it up. See what we hit. Volrath's Stronghold and a Swamp. Okay. Well, can't play either of those. So we pass the turn. This turn we either, if they reanimate something big, we Sower of Temptation it, or we Pestermite to tap a blocker and get in with Shinobi again. This time with Jitte. When it reanimates Grizzlebrand. That's pretty good. Opponent gets in for 2. Okay, we're going to play Swamp. We're going to Sower of Temptation this Grizzlebrand. If our opponent wants to draw cards, they're going to have to draw cards now before we draw cards. Okay, opponent draws 7 cards. 10 cards in hand. If they have a Force, we're kind of in a bad spot. Take Grizzlebrand. Gonna go ahead and get in for 5. Cast Merfolk Looter. Oh, that's awful. And a Crypt Breaker. Living Death. We have no way to sack our own creatures. We will pay 7 life and draw some cards, though. Opponent's at 3. If we can get Wretched Confluence, we can win. Alright. So we have no way to deal with Carnage Tyrant. Well, we could actually Necromancy Grizzlebrand. We could Necromancy Sower of Temptation and take something. Grizzlebrand's probably better. Okay, so we draw. Oh, Wretched Confluence. Never mind. Kill our opponent. Nice. Okay, game 2. Show and Tell definitely not coming in. I think we bring in Duress. We bring in Liliana's Triumph. And probably Into the Royal, actually. And Snapcaster. What do we go down? We go down Wretched Confluence, because despite its amazing showing, was actually just a 5-mana Lightning Bolt. We're going to go down... probably Gifts Ungiven. And a lot of their threats are black, so I guess we cut Doomblade. It's not totally useless, but it doesn't kill any of their large creatures, because like Carnage Tyrant has Hexproof, Rotting Registar and Grizzlebrand are both black. So, alright, this hand's kind of slow, but maybe good enough. We'll keep. Okay, start Tar Pit, pass the turn. When it plays a Blooming Marsh, we draw Tasigur. I think I'm going to suspend Ancestral. Pack Rat here is not going to do anything. Opponent plays a Marsh Flats, cracks Marsh Flats and finds Plains. Buried Alive. Once again, on turn 3. We might just have to hold up Liliana's Triumph again. Or we might just have to hold up Liliana's Triumph. Or like maybe a Pestermite or something. Putting Kalitas, Carnage Tyrant, and Muldrifter into the grave. We draw a Gatekeeper of Malakir, pass the turn. It'd be pretty great if we can get an Obliterator in the grave. Volrath's Stronghold for our opponent. Okay, opponent's going to dread return a Carnage Tyrant. Okay, we will Liliana's Triumph at their end step. Untap. I guess we play a Pack Rat. Pass the turn. Stuck on 2 mana, it's not fun. Opponent nevers Pack Rat. We draw an island. I think we just Pestermite a land this turn. We can't cut them off of black, so I guess we just take them off white. If our opponent kills Pestermite, we can cast Tasigur. Ravenous Chupacabra is pretty good versus a reanimated Fatty, and Gatekeeper of Malakir is decent against a Carnage Tyrant that's been reanimated. Alright, we draw a bunch of good stuff. Play a Swamp. Go to combat. Attack for 2. I think we're going to Necromancy that Carnage Tyrant and end this game quickly. Okay, opponent goes for the throat. Pestermite down. We Necromancy. Give me that sweet, sweet Carnage Tyrant. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent Toxic Deluges for 6. That is a very significant Toxic Deluge. Also, that's good because that kind of clears the way for Obliterator. Opponent reanimates a Maul Drifter, taking 5. Plays an island. Play Dark Slick Shores. I think we just play a Chupacabra. So next turn, if they reanimate something huge, we can make them sack it with Gatekeeper Malakir and then play Read the Bones. Otherwise, we can play Obliterator and pump fake a counterspell. Living Death. That is not ideal. So we tap Maul Drifter. They draw some cards. So Kalitas is annoying because of lifelink, but it's not game over. Let's get in for 2 in the air. Play Obliterator. That should discourage some attacking, especially with a Carnage Tyrant. Oh man. I mean, this card is basically a moat that can attack. That's pretty good. It's like a moat made of lava and hatred. Opponent plays a Jace. Yeah, I'm actually okay blocking, I think. Okay, opponent sacks a bunch of lands they think they don't need. We draw a swamp. So we play a swamp. Make a rat. Make a rat. Play Tassiger. Pass the turn. Opponent did not leave themselves enough mana to activate Kalitas. 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 Cletus. Cletus, the hillbilly Ulamog vampire. Okay, opponent flips Jace. Wait, they can flash. Oh, they can't. I was gonna say they can flashback Living Death, but they sacked all their lands. Opponent can flashback Reanimate and go to 1 life. That'd be kind of dangerous. We got them with direct damage the first game, and we do have a Creeping Tar Pit. I think that's the only spell they can get. Yeah, so they can tick up, but... Targeting Toxic Deluge. So they -5 and can hit us for 2. That's pretty bad, actually. So they have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Exactly lethal. So I think we do this. Okay, we draw some cards. Necrotal hits nothing. So they have to kill Consecrated Sphinx. They can't just shrink it because we have, or unless they play a blocker, because Consecrated Sphinx plus Creeping Tar Pit is lethal. So we just chump a zombie, we go to 2, but I don't think they have any direct damage. Oh, they could have Collective Brutality. I guess we do need to block. Okay, this should be it. Attack our opponent. Makeshift mannequin on Grizzlebrand? That's some nonsense. Alright, you got me. Game 3, running it back. We'll keep. It's not an amazing hand, but it'll do. Plus, we cast Obliterator if we draw it. Okay, opponent starts hissing Quagmire. We untap, we draw into the Royal, play Bitter Blossom, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Blooming Marsh and a Satyr Wayfinder, revealing Reanimate, Buried Alive, Windswept Heath, and Dread Return. Alright, make a token. Draw Ancestral Visions, suspend, pass the turn. I think we take it. Maybe we should have blocked to make Liliana's Triumph better. But I figured Into the Royal would do that by itself. Lingering Souls, eh? Never mind. Liliana's Triumph will likely never be good this game. Ooh, Necromancy. Well, Necromancy is kind of like a counter spell for a Reanimate spell. Opponent plays an island. Gets in for 2. No blocks. Let's see what they do. Flashes back Lingering Souls. And plays a Merfolk Looter. Okay. Vision's ticking down. Bitter Blossom makes a token. We draw a Tassiger. I guess we hold back. It's kind of annoying. Could have Into the Royal the token in response to this, just so they can't flashback Dread Return. What fun is there in that? Probably should have waited just in case of a makeshift mannequin. Like what's happening right now. Yeah. Well, sometimes that's how it is. I just totally threw this game. Oh, well. Oh, what an anticlimax. It's not like if we had Doomblade, we could target it. I had forgotten they had this spell. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Yeah. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this Legacy League that I did. we won 2 to all of our games, so we were on to something. We just didn't have quite the right cards. So, have a good one.